Give us tickets, Mike. Give us tickets.
Yeah, I wish.
And I know the roster just came out this week, and I know there were a lot of names that were left off the rosters. I just kind of want to, throw it up in the air. Like, who's the biggest snub of the All-Star game in 2025?
I got this. I'll go first because it's obvious. I'm taking the low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry, Gabe, but I'm going Juan Soto. I know you're gonna go say Suzuki, so I'm gonna leave that one for you.
Wow.
But Juan Soto,
Wow.
like
Okay.
Juan Soto, he had just this incredible month of June, which means essentially you're one of the best players in baseball for a third of the season up to this point. That alone should, in my opinion, be enough to at least get you on like the bottom half of the roster. But Juan Soto's not getting pitches to hit early on in the year. Like these teams have relievers and their starting staffs all ready to go, healthy. They're able to pitch around Juan Soto, not really give him anything to hit. Then you get into the later months of the season, or halfway through the season rather. You get into June, you get to late May. Now you're starting to get some depleted arms, some depleted staffs, and guys have to throw Juan Soto pitches to hit because they're either, whether it's game script or they're just missing over the plate simply. And what's Juan Soto doing? He's hitting the ball out of the park. He's driving in runs. It's almost like you give the best player in baseball pitches to hit, he's going to do something with it. So I look at the stat sheet and I know the numbers don't line up. But again, you just have to look at how much he was getting on base early on and not actually getting bat to ball because he couldn't get bat to ball. He wasn't getting the pitches to do that. The other element to this is it's also player vote, and Juan Soto doesn't necessarily, I think, have the best reputation around the league. The contract is obviously pretty off-putting, I think, to a lot of people. But I think if it was not a player vote for reserve, we'd see Juan Soto on the roster. And who knows, by the time this is out, he might be announced as a substitution. He should be.
And me and Gabe are going to agree. Seiya Suzuki leading the league in RBI is unacceptable for him not to be in there.
Come on. It has to be there. If you don't mind, Jax, just a little something. I don't want to keep it too long, but I see your point, Michael. No diss to it. Obviously, we all know that Soto had a big month of June. That's worthy of being recognized. I agree, but someone for Seiya Suzuki, especially me and Jackson, we can vouch for this. He's had a rough start at least his first 3 seasons. So for Seiya to break out in this way, it means a lot to us that he's finally stepped up. And he just lost his RBI lead. Judge has 78 now. He has the most, but that happened last night. But for all this time, he had the RBI lead. And he's only a player with 25 home runs and 75 RBI. So for Seiya to go through this successful, time, this stint, but first half, he deserves it. And it's hard because he's technically a DH. Yeah, he plays in the outfield. He's labeled as an outfielder, but
that's the thing.
That's the issue.
Because you got Schwarber and Ohtani at DH in the National League, and it's like how you competing with those two guys who Ohtani's like the greatest player in the game, and then Schwarber's a very popular player as well. But I think Suzuki, just at the plate, like you're saying, Gabe. I mean, he's been super consistent all year. I think he's been one of the most consistent players in the Cubs lineup, and he's just been perfect. And I can't believe he wasn't in it. It just blew my mind, to be honest.
Very, very shocking in my opinion. But
yeah,
maybe someone steps down. I know Michael. Sometimes the players opt out not to play, so they bring another one. So who knows? Maybe he gets in with an opt out.
Oh yeah, and just to add to that point, driving and runners is to people it's just a stat. That's not easy. There's a lot of pressure that comes with guys in scoring position. So I think the magnitude of what he's doing is also kind of overlooked, so he should be in my opinion.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my